Hello and howdy there, folks. I'm here to talk about the film Wrong. And I thought it was okay. It's the, as far as I know, the second feature-length film from Quentin Duplot, something like that. He's a Frenchman, so I'm not exactly sure how he pronounces his last name. But it's definitely interesting, and he is certainly a unique voice in film, so I have to support the film. I'm giving it a 6, just because it's, definitely a singular vision. I can't say that I really enjoyed it. This is the guy who did the film. I only saw it recently, Rubber. In fact, I watched Rubber. It's a movie about a psychokinetic tire that kills people. And I watched Rubber because I had never seen it. I was bummed because I did not get to see this in the theater. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't, because had I spent $12 to see this, I'd probably give it a more harsh review. I enjoyed Rubber. I think it's more enjoyable. I think it's a more, successful, I guess. He's definitely... This is more... well, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's just an odd film. It doesn't really seem cohesive to me. It just kind of went from one odd scenario to another. Kind of tough to describe. It's about a guy who gets his dog kidnapped from him, dog-napped, I suppose, by an organization that's what they do. They dog-nap your pet. Well, actually, it's any pet. They take your pet from you when they feel that you are emotionally neglecting the pet. And by taking it, they take what you kind of don't want, making you immediately want it. And then they return the pet to you, knowing that the pet will live the rest of its life, with love, now that you have a greater appreciation for it. So that's basically it. There's a lot more going on. He meets, I believe Master Chang was his name, who has the ability to communicate with people psychically, also teach people to psychically communicate with their animals, with their pets. What it's about, I'm not for sure, it would certainly take multiple viewings to, be able to crack some type of meaning, I think, from this. Just my gut instincts are it's about, friendship and appreciation, how cruel the world is. It's highly stylized. It's a highly stylized film, much like Rubber. There are some familiar faces from Rubber. There's familiar faces throughout. I really can't tell you many names other than William Fichtner, highly recognizable character actor. But there are other character actors in this. Several actors from Rubber are in the film. The main star, his name is Plotnick, I believe. Jack Plotnick. Apparently he's from Reno 911. He was also in Rubber, I believe. And he's good here. I mean, he is basically in every scene. I'd say he carries the film. It's a fine performance. Again, it's just... everything is stylized about the film. The way it's shot, the way it's written, the way it's directed, the way it's acted, just the look of it. It's all, it all takes place in, like, Quentin Duplot's mind. That's what I appreciate about it, is that this is obviously, and he did pretty much everything. He directed it, he wrote it, he edited it. Did he do the score as well? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. produced it. I mean, it's his vision, and he's, he gets his movies made the way he wants them made. So it's, definitely very interesting. It's very interesting, and again, kind of inaccessible. Let's see if I can find some more names here. Alexis Denzia, Desina, Alexis Desina, apparently from Entourage. William Fichtner, I mentioned him. Oh, Steve Little, from Eastbound and Down. He's Kenny Powers' like stalker, like hanger-on, sidekick, whatever. He's in this. He's really good. I think he's just a funny guy. I mean, he doesn't have to do much of anything, and I'm going to laugh at him. It just is kind of... It's not... I don't want to say monotonous, just because monotonous, I think, has a harsh connotation, but it's... It definitely is even keeled. There's not much. It's certainly not a roller coaster. I never really felt much. I just was kind of puzzled the entire time, and wondering where this is going to go. I never, I guess sometimes I giggled. There's always potential. It seems like there's always potential. There's always potential for a scene to go somewhere, whether it's, going to be hilarious or going to be incredibly violent. It's like this mood is established, and then that's what it is. It's just the continuation of that mood, and you think something else is going to happen in the scene, or that mood will, lead to something else, and it does not. It just kind of stays there. I mean, it's well written. It's just odd. I would kind of compare it to David Lynch. I think I would kind of have to. I think David Lynch is more symbolic, more obsessed with imagery. And I think Lynch is more poetic, but again, Duplault is obviously an interesting voice in film, and no one makes movies quite like he does. So I think it's worth checking out if you like independent cinema, if you want to be challenged, if you enjoyed Rubber, but it's certainly not going to please many normal people, average, middle-of-the-road people. I would never tell my parents to watch this. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. Certainly nothing astounding, but again, I enjoyed Rubber more. I believe I gave Rubber a 7, and I'm going to give this a 6. So I guess that's just about it. Fine performances. I'd say the acting's the best part, and it's just odd how the singular vision, this vision from the director's mind brought to life, and I think that's interesting. I just kind of wish it made me feel more. I felt just like I was watching something and not participating. But definitely, definitely a movie to talk about. You can have conversations about it to try and figure out what's going on. Again, I believe there is a lot going on, but I can't, say this is what this means after one viewing, because it's just complex. So there you go. I think I've said about all I can say about it. So that's wrong. I'm giving it a solid 6. Thanks much.